Alright, so the theme for this deck is to bring out Nirvana, High Paladin. In order to bring out Nirvana, you have to synchro summon using a non-tuner synchro monster, plus you can use a pendulum monster as the tuner monster as long as it was pendulum summons, so it doesn't have to be a tuner. So the way I went about that, since he's level 10, was to go into a level 6 synchro, and then just use a level 4 pendulum monster as the tuner material. You know, because 4 plus 6 equals 10. Since level 4s are some of the easier ones to bring out. So the deck runs a whole bunch of level 4 and 3 monsters. And as for the tuner monster, I decided to go with GeneX Controller. Because I can use GeneX Undyne to mill Sea Dragoons to the graveyard in order to search out GeneX Controller. Plus, GeneX Undyne is level 3. So basically, if I have my pendulums on the field and I use its effect to search out GeneX Controller, I can then special summon it with the pendulum summon and then go into a level 6 synchro. And maybe I'll have a level 4 pendulum monster in the extra deck and I can go straight into Nirvana. So GeneX Undyne can pretty much single-handedly bring it out, Nirvana, as long as, you know, obviously I have a setup, the level 4 monster and everything. And of course, if I don't use GeneX Undyne as a level 3, there's also Sea Dragons, who's also a pendulum monster who can be used to bring out the pendulum cards. And he's in here because he's the only other level 3 monster besides GeneX Undyne, so I really need a level 3 monster just so I can go into my level 6 synchros. Tons of level 4 pendulum monsters, though. Those are basically in here just to actually do pendulum summoning and like everything else. And the way I decided to go with this deck was to focus on the normal pendulums. That way I could mill the graveyard with Painful Decision and bring them out with Dark Factory of Mass Production, because I knew I was going to be using GeneX Undyne, which allows me to mill Sea Dragoons, and I knew I'd be able to recover them with Dark Factory, so I decided just to go full 3 Painful Decisions, 3 Dark Factory of Mass Production, and that was able to give me the card advantage I needed to bring out High Paladin pretty much like in more than half the duels I had. I was able to bring them out pretty often. Else I was just completely outclassed by the deck I was going against.